wake the neighbors. Today I'm out at the local range with the Heritage Arms Rough Rider Combo, chambered in 22 long and 22 Magnum. Now every time I take this thing out, all I shoot through it is 22 long rifle. So today we're going to change that. I got some 40 grain jacketed hollow points in 22 Magnum. This one happens to have the 4 3/4 inch barrel. It has camo grips on it, and man, I love this little revolver. Not even for the price, but for a really cheap single action revolver, this is where it's at. I got some steel targets from shootsteel.com set up at about 15 yards, and we're just gonna load it up and have some fun. This is a little weird after shooting semi-autos and Chris Vectors and AR pistols to go back to something like this. Nice. Well, it's accurate. Nice, nice. The one thing that I really kind of do dislike about this pistol is that it has they had to incorporate a manual safety, and that's something that I think is really kind of stupid, actually, especially on a single action revolver. I understand, you know, that they have the government to deal with when it comes to safety restrictions, and this one is legal to own in Minnesota, but it is not legal to be sold like at a store, pawn shop, through an FFL, because it is considered a Saturday night special because of the melting point of the metal. You know, you could buy them with a steel frame. You can get them in all sorts of finishes. This one is satin, so it's a little bit dull, but man, I love this little thing. And it's a tack driver. It's pretty interesting that that Minnesota and California and Maryland, Illinois have a melting point restriction on their pistols. You know, so these are not able to be transferred through a pawn shop or an FFL in those few states. But then you have stuff like polymer frame pistols. I wonder what the melting point on a Glock is. I don't know. But I'm glad you guys came out with me today. I just kind of wanted to plink around a little bit. Try to get away from the city, the madness. All right, here we go again. Just drops them right in there. Those misses are definitely my fault. Now, another interesting thing about Rimfire revolvers, not just the Heritage Arms, I think it's all Rimfire revolvers. I'll show you when I get this emptied here, is that now if you're a cowboy action shooter and you want to do this number, you know, the fan, that is fairly dangerous with a Rimfire revolver. Now it's okay with Centerfire because the cylinder has to be completely rotated in order for that to go, because it has to hit the center of the Centerfire cartridge for it to fire. Now with a Rimfire, this pistol, or any Rimfire revolver I suppose, it will fire when the cylinder is not completely rotated and lined up with the barrel, because it's rimfire. So all it takes is just that firing pin to hit that rim, and if that cylinder is not completely rotated and lined up with the barrel, it will shear off half the bullet. And where do you think that half of the bullet goes that got sheared off? It comes out the sides of the cylinder, and that can be dangerous for, well, everybody. Anybody standing within your vicinity, next to you, can be kind of dangerous. So if you're going to try to do this cowboy action shooting and you accidentally let that hammer go a little too early, it'll fire, but you'll feel a little bit of lead in your face and your neighbors' faces. So just a disclaimer there, if you have one of these, be a little careful when you're doing the fan technique. Like I said, with Centerfire, you make sure that hammer's all the way back. It won't fire if the cylinder is not completely rotated because of the Rimfire cartridge versus Centerfire cartridge. Boy, it is a beautiful fall day out here. I'm glad you guys, like I said, got to come along. Trying to get away from the craziness of well, a lot of things. Politics, right? Our political climate that we're in right now. Maybe pretty soon this is the only thing I'll be able to own. Legally. So it's nice to get out here. I'm filming this on Black Friday, so it's not like my town is crazy, but if you try to go anywhere, and buy stuff today, or get groceries, it's kind of crazy. So I come out here, get to enjoy you guys' company, and shoot a little single action revolver. That little plate, I'd be tend to miss that thing for some reason. But on the larger plates, I'm just aiming kind of at the bolt, and it's grouping well. Well, I think we're gonna end her here. I'm glad you guys got to come along with me and check out this baby in 22 Magnum this time, instead of just that cheesy old 22 long rifle. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see ya next time. And the ATF plane. Don't worry, it's just a Saturday night special. Oh, they're still coming. There he is. Look at him. Everybody at YouTube land, say hi to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. He's just fucking circling, boys.
Circling. ATF. See if he circles again. I want to do that intro again.